We're talking about Pitch Palooza. Pitch Palooza. That's coming up. So tell us about Pitch Palooza. Dominic.
Yes, my name is Dominic Buccieri here. I'm with Missouri Southern State University, and on April 16 and 17, we are hosting at our campus, along with our partners, Crowder College, Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce, Carthage, Missouri Chamber of Commerce, and Creative and Light Shadow, this event that brings together local entrepreneurs,
Awesome.
students, high school students, collegiate students, entrepreneurs in the community to essentially pitch their idea, and they get some feedback from judges to help refine their idea, the clarity of their idea, and then potentially win some prizes depending on how they kind of place.
Awesome. So if you got a good idea and you came up with something, like there was some we were talking about just the other day on the Morning Zoo, that somebody in California had come up with the idea that, when you order a pizza and it comes in a box, which we never figured out why you put a round pizza in a square box, but that's neither here nor there. But somebody developed trash cans that are square and they're big enough that you can just set the pizza box in, because those things always take out so much room. And what a novel idea.
Exactly. And so there are ideas that something as simple as that, but there is a business opportunity for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of thing. So, and that's the really great thing about an event like this, is that individuals can, you have an idea and you think, that's probably not going to, that's kind of a crazy idea. But this gives that space, right? The opportunity to come test your idea and see if it flies, and see if the marketplace, right, you'll have some judges that work in industry or work in finance, things of that nature, and they say, I think you have an idea here, maybe give a little feedback to refine it, but then this idea that you thought, that's kind of crazy, kind of silly, actually, there's something to it. So it's a really great event because we bring together a lot of the people, a lot of the individuals, the folks, the part of the entrepreneurial ecosystem in our local region, to really help kind of put our arms around these folks and say, hey, bring your idea to the table and see if you got something.
That's really awesome, because there is a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
And like you said, people think something is foolish. Well, there's a lot of people that thought their idea was foolish, like a Ring doorbell, for instance.
Exactly.
Who would want a camera on their doorbell? Oh, I don't know, everybody in America?
Mm-hmm. So exactly. When you first hear about the idea, you think, that sounds kind of odd. But then once you see it, you go, oh, yeah, I want that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. And this is all happening on March...
This is April 16 and 17.
April 16 and 17. So if I have an idea, how do I get involved? Do I have to go on a website and register to be on and involved with the program? Or?
Yeah, so the best thing to do would be go to MSSUtraining.com. That is the website for the Small Business Development Center. That's located at Missouri Southern State University. You'll have all the event details there. And then for the community individuals, right, we call them our Start-Up and Scale tracks, the non-students, you'll then have a space where you can essentially present. You're going to put together a little video pitch. Pretty short, just your basic idea. And then that'll kind of get screened, if you will, to be kind of selected. So the idea is go to that location, MSSUtraining.com. You can find out all the details. If it were a student on campus, you could stop into the School of Business, stop in at the Small Business Development Center, and of course we could provide those details to them as well in person. But again, the MSSUtraining.com website has all of those details and contact information for the folks at the Small Business Development Center with any type of follow-up questions that you might have from what you've read.
Awesome. Pitch Palooza going down in April. So go to MSSUtraining.com, get all the details, put together a little video if you have an idea, and submit it. And hopefully you'll be on the Pitch Palooza show.
Submit your idea. If you have an idea, And again, in what I want to note there is that we have a couple different tracks. So we have kind of a startup where if you're just early conceptual idea, kind of like you've got this idea, like you said, of the square garbage can, but you haven't done anything with it yet. That track is designed for those really early ideas. And then we have a scale up, which is individuals that maybe are already doing something, but they can use a little more resources there. So even if you have a very early idea, don't hesitate, because we have tracks designed for individuals at different levels of development of their idea.
So even if you have a prototype or something like that, and you've already got things going, and you just need help with a business plan and everything, so that's awesome.
Exactly. We have a track for that. And we're doing the same thing at the collegiate side. We have really kind of just a more informative kind of track where if you're thinking, I've got this idea, have no idea, or we have a more persuasive where you have an idea. So the idea is we have different tracks for individuals where they're different level development to really be able to help everyone, and don't feel like you have to have this really, really well-developed idea, and therefore you're not going to put it out there, because we have different tracks and we can put you into the track. Therefore, you can kind of get the feedback that you need on your idea. We're really here to help across the board.
Awesome. Well, Dominic, thanks for dropping by the zoo this morning, man. We
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're welcome. You're welcome. That's going down in April. MSSUtraining.com. Get all the details right there.